As I promised, I started to read on Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson, and I want to let you know what so far I liked, or not even I liked, that what I learned about Elon Musk and why his personality makes total sense right now as he is. I didn't read too much, but I did read the part where it says Muse of Fire, and I'll tell you that his childhood had a lot of interesting events, at least based on what I'm reading. And I want just to tell you that the way Elon Musk is right now, it's in part because of his childhood and his dad. And also because I read a little bit through adventures in his family life, like through his grandparents and parents, and I do understand that drama and risk taking and looking for adventures and trying to do something to fix something. It's something that ran in the family, and it's something that they wanted all their life. So he grew up in an environment like that. So from the first part, Muse of Fire, this is called the playground, and it tells us about Elon Musk growing in Africa and how when he was 12, he went to a Welt school where in Africa, the boys, I guess, were going there and were tortured basically. So what it says that each kid was given small rations of food and water and encouraged to fight over them. And the kids who were smaller usually had to give their food, and Ellen was one of those. So what this paragraph tells me is that it made possible for Musk to sleep on the floor at his factory and fight for his companies. Like he wasn't afraid because he already had a background like that. And then the next one, it says that at the end of the first week, um, they were divided and they had to do the same thing all the time. And then it says that every now and then a kid will die because of those fights, because of that treatment. And their coach, or whatever counselor, said that don't be stupid like that person who died last year, or don't be like a weak, dumb, and a better word I'm not gonna say. So what we see here, the word stupid, died, weak, all this implemented the idea to find answers, even if, or for every if, or you die. So it made me think about his Tesla and especially his rockets. Like, his appeal, my perception is that his appeal to everything is like, you do it or you die. So that's why he puts everything in, and he tries to bring his idea to survival to life. And then the next, it says that he came back and when he was already 18, I think. No, 16. When he was 16, so was bigger. He was 6 feet, and he learned some judo. And this is where I made the correlation. So he went first time when he was 12, and he learned from that situation. And when he went back at 16, he already knew what's gonna happen, what's expecting. So he got prepared for that. So he observed everything that what happened in his first time at the Welt school, and he learned from that. And then he did advancements or changes, the needed changes in order to survive the second time. And when he learned judo and he went again, he realized, and the book says that he realized that if he punches back in the nose someone, they might beat him up, but they also will never try to approach him again or never try to bully him again. So we see from this passage that he had the power of observation. So when we observe, we learn and we improve. And so he knew exactly what he wanted to achieve in this instance, to stop them bullying him. So he did some improvements, he did some steps to get to that better self, and also was ready to take in the pain. He was ready to risk and take the pain in order to achieve his goal. The next part, it says that he had his favorite dog attack him, and he went to hospital and was prepared for um, having surgery. And what it helped, what that type of experience teached him, is to be prepared for him to deal with betrayal from his close ones, from people he likes, from stuff he likes. Like anything in life can betray you and bite you, let's say. Even if you don't expect or you don't want to think like that, things might happen like that. So he was ready for his life, in his life, to understand that whatever the your relationship with someone is today, tomorrow they can bite you. And he was prepared for that. That prepared him for life. And that's a very strong, for me, it's a very strong example because, all the kids love their, check if my mic is not on, all the kids love their pets. Like, the love between a kid and pet is like huge. And when your pet actually bites you or hurts you, you are ready to overlook that just to keep the pet. And next in the book, it says that he resisted to go to surgery until he made his parents promise that they won't punish the dog. And of course, they shot the dog. And from his parents' perspective, as a parent, I understand that they knew that the dog attacked Elon, so the dog can attack again. So they wanted just to get rid, to keep their family safe, to keep their kids safe. But on his side, he probably didn't like it. Like, I am sure if our pet would hurt my kids and we have to do something or to like give it away, they will be upset and probably remember the entire life that we did that. And what this taught him is that there will be a time when you have to make hard decisions in life, even if it hurts, to benefit the end result. So that taught him that his parents made the hard decision to shot the dog in order to protect Ellen. And maybe at that point, I'm not sure if he sees it like this right now, but in my opinion, that passage teach him that he will be a time when he will have to make hard decisions in life, even though it breaks his heart or it can break someone else's heart in order to achieve the result he wants. Next, it's a story that really breaks my heart, where he was bullied by some kids and they beat him up. And his brother Kimball said that he couldn't recognize his face because he was so swollen. And it says that decades later, he still was getting corrective surgery to try to fix what those kids did to his face, his nose. So what he learned from this is that he can survive anything, and he work out through even the toughest events in his life. And there will be time when you'll take step by step, time, longer time, but you'll recover, or at least will do something better and become better out of the situation instead of sitting down and be beaten up, and cry that I was beaten up or something. He did some concrete steps in order to maybe erase from appearance, from reminding himself. So next it says that his dad, he was in a hospital for a week and then he came home and his dad actually was taking the side of the other kid who beat him up. And I personally don't understand that. Even though there's an explanation in the book why he did that, I still don't understand that. My dad always took my side, even if I was wrong. He took my side, and that gave me something, like, I know if I'm wrong, I'll have an understanding from my parents or my dad at least, and then I can work out through everything else. And his dad was always like, made him stay for an hour, and then he would call him an idiot, and he was worthless, and that happened very often. And that prepared him in life that people that they expect or he expects and wants to be on by his side might reject him and might think he's worthless and stupid, and they just won't be on his side. And that also prepared him to face people who will oppose his ideas, who think that his idea is stupid or worthless. Sometimes in life we might have ideas or might have dreams or we strive for something, and people who we like were excited to tell them about what we think or what we want might think that you are actually crazy or stupid. And in Ellen's case, his dad actually prepared him to understand that even if someone close to you or someone you want to be with you think that you are worthless or your ideas are worthless or stupid, you can strive. And he's a good example. You see, today he's like the most person in the world. So he proved his dad wrong. And that's another side of the story we'll talk later, or maybe in another video. And then it says that his dad was 1 minute friendly, and then the next minute he would be abusive, and it was a mental torture. And Ellen said that his dad knew how to make everything terrible, and that did prepare him for the times when someone may appear to agree with him but then reject his ideas. So that was a good that's a good lesson for me too, because sometimes you might have discussions or talk to someone and they appear to be like on your side, and they appear to think that you are like having a good idea, but then time passes and they just plainly reject it. I don't know, maybe they don't have the courage to tell you in the face, but it prepared him to work with rejection and not actually be stuck on the rejecting part, but do something about it, or do something about his ideas rather than concentrating on someone else's rejection or opinion. And he's, from what I'm understanding here, he has a goofy personality and all that, and but he might be like his dad sometimes. And I think that if I'm understanding this correctly, I think that his fear is to become like his father. So he's actually fighting that, and but that also his dad made him to be a risk-seeking innovator, and also helped him to, as he says here, my pain threshold. Um, I hope threshold. I don't know how to say this word is very high, so he can take a lot of pain in. And next is um, he becomes very impulsive and takes risks, and I can relate to that. I think that because he has so much knowledge and so much understanding of things that other people cannot grasp yet, and he gets excited because he can see the end result, and people he's talking to think that that's impossible because they don't have that knowledge, they don't have that view, they don't know how hard he can push to achieve that. And I think that was like really, really, really something that makes him impulsive, because he has the knowledge that people don't grasp yet. So, and that was like when he bought Twitter and when he did the rockets and everything. And as I said, my best part was that he learned from his childhood many things that he makes him what he is today, and makes him so stubborn and want to achieve stuff, and he actually works on that. And I don't know what's the rest of the book, it's pretty thick, but this is what I wanted to share from the first I read about. And then next time I'm still working on the adventures and his family. And I can tell you that he lived in a family, he has roots of a family that likes dramatic change to achieve their goal. I hope you liked it. Please let me know if you know anything different than this, and enjoy.